Not great. Mason Bryant, who has been very good for us, just got shoulder tendonitis. He is out for 5 weeks. He has been absurd as a reliever for us this year, like reliever of the year type quality stuff. He won the reliever of the year in the PCL last year. He's out for 5 weeks now. That's a big blow. We actually just had Colin Witzke here win July's Player of the Month down in AAA, and we're going to call him up to the big leagues to take Mason Bryant's spot. And they've actually thrown him into the rotation. Let's see how he does there, and let's keep things chugging along. All right, so update here is we're a bit later into August now. It's August 23rd. We're 65 and 67, 6 games out of the West, 4 games out of the wild card. Things are not looking good for the Mariners here in 2026. Patrick Pridgeon here just strained his oblique. He's out a recovery time of 2 weeks. I don't want him pitching through that, so we're going to throw him on the IL. So Jack Walker here is going to be coming up to the MLB. He's had a pretty good year in AAA. He's already on the 40-man. Bam, he's on the roster. All right, so Luna and Burrows are not doing anything right now. We're going to send them down to AAA. Jonathan Clase is going to come up here as the backup outfielder. And we're just going to get Baron Radcliffe's bat up into the big leagues here. Hopefully he can be like a decent bench bat for us. So this is what our lineups look like against righties. And then this is what they look like against lefties. And then the pitching staff looks like this as of right now. And as you can see here, we are actually on a slight run. We're only 3 games out of the AL West in last place somehow. And then we're only 2.5 games out of the wild card. So, I mean, it's still very possible that we're a playoff team. All right, so Evan White just won Batter of the Month in the AL, so that's good to see. He's been putting on a show here. He's up to a 3 WAR. Much better. He's been going on a run, so that's great to see from him. Also, Ty France has been hitting well with us, so that's also very good to see. His WAR is not great because he's obviously playing out of position at second base. Or like slightly out of position. He's not a great defensive second baseman is what I'm trying to say here, but he's hitting, and that's what we picked him up for. And I want to get one more bat up in the big leagues here, so we're going to bring Keith Ron Moss back up to the big leagues as he's been hitting well in AAA. So he's going to come up as a backup infielder. And then why not? We're just going to throw Ding Bong Che back up into the big leagues because you might as well. So here's what the arms look like here for the September call-ups. And then here's what the bats look like for the September call-ups. That's not good. Kyle Lewis just fractured his cheekbone. He's out for 7 weeks. Looks like he's been struggling recently, but he's been really good for us most of this season. I would hate to see his last year as a Mariner close out like this. And now we're just going to bring up Luna, and Luna's going to come into play some right field. So yeah, here we go. Luna's in right now, Franklin's still in left, and Clase is still the backup outfielder. Mason Bryant is now eligible to come back. Pridgeon will in 1 day. I don't think there's any more AAA games, are there? Okay, so they're in the middle of the playoffs, so there's not really any AAA games to bring guys back. So instead, we are actually going to send down Fielder here, who has not been good in the big leagues at all. And Mason Bryant is just going to come right back from his injury, and then we'll probably do the same thing here with Pridgeon in 1 day. Roldufo is going to go down to AAA just because he's the odd man out, so he's going to go down. And we're going to throw Pridgeon back here on the Major League roster. And we have found ourselves in a bit of a situation here, as we are on a bit of a run here. We're 76 and 71 now, and we are actually tied for second place in the second wildcard spot. A half game in front of the Royals, a game and a half in front of the Rangers, only 2.5 games behind the Rays for the top wildcard spot, and we are tied for second place in the AL West, 4.5 games behind the Athletics, and we still have quite a bit of, like, a few more weeks left here in the season, as it is September 11th right now. This could be an insane end of the season for our Seattle Mariners. That's also not good. Marte just broke his kneecap, and he's out for 9 months. Just about the worst possible thing that could happen right now. Our Gold Glove shortstop just broke his kneecap. Well, good thing we signed Luis Guillorme here, who's going to come in and be a much, much worse hitter, but he's going to be able to at least be a solid shortstop for us. And we definitely need middle of the infield defense, considering Ty France is our second baseman. And then Austin Shenton was a really good bat in AAA this year, so we're just going to call him up here just to get a bat coming off the bench in the September call-ups now that we've opened up a spot with Marte on the 60-day IL. All right, so huge spot here in the season. We're 81-75. It is September 22nd. We are 2 games back out of the AL West. The A's and Angels currently have a 2-way tie. We're also 2 games back out of the wild card. The Rays have a 2-game lead on the basically whoever the second place team in the AL West is the going to be the second place team in the wild card. And we have a big series here against the Houston Astros, who are the worst team in the AL West. Not that it really means anything, because this is just an absurd division that beats up on each other. So it's a 3-game set against Houston in Houston, and then after that, we have a 3-game set in Anaheim, to take on the Angels. We need to win these games. All right, so not great. The Houston series, we dropped the first 2 and then win the third one. So now we're 4 games back in the division. The Angels have clinched a playoff spot here, as now we are 1 game behind the A's in the wild card. This is our chance to make the playoffs here. We have to be a second wild card team again, but this is our only chance. So we're 1 game behind the A's here. We need to ideally just sweep these Angels in this 3-game set, and then just get things over with and get in the playoffs. But, I mean, just get in. Just get in the playoffs. First game of the set, we win 4-2. Beautiful. And now we are tied for that second place spot in the wild card. Game number 2 here. They've got Ty Tice on the hill. Absolutely fantastic. We won that game 2-1. Justin Dunn on the hill gets it done. And now it's game 162. We are 1 game in front of the Astros and the A's. We need to win this game to ensure that we get into the playoffs. So because of that, we are going to hop into this and take on the Angels in Anaheim. Let's do this. Also, apparently Mike Trout just hit his 600th home run in this 2-1 win against the Angels. Mike Trout, how's his career been? Wow, okay. So he's... Take a look. Yeah, that's already on MLB. So, yeah, Mike Trout has been very good. He's got 600 career home runs now. Just incredible. He's up to 2,355 hits. I mean, what else can you say about the guy? I mean, he's incredible. Mike Trout just doing his thing, 35 years old. Alrighty, so here's the lineups. They do indeed have Mike Trout as their DH now. He is 0 for 5 in his career against Nathaniel Garabitos, who is the starter in this game. He has gotten 14 starts in the year for us. It seems like most of his success has come in the bullpen. He hasn't been that bad as a starter at all. So he's definitely been at least serviceable. So he is going to get the start in this game. He is the only starter we have available. This is the lineup we're going with. That's the lineup they're going with. Let's do this. Alrighty, so Victor Luna leading things off here against the Angels. Let's just swing away. Let him do his thing. Looks like he is swinging on the first pitch here as the Angels and the Mariners get things underway. Oliver Ortega is on the hill for them. Luna pops this one up to right field, and that is going to be caught into shallow right field by Knowles. So Ty France at the dish now. We're going to swing away with him. He is also just first pitch swinging, but he's going to get a base knock. So Ty France singles into center field. He gets on base. He's on first. Now it's Jared Kellnick, who we're also going to swing away with. 0-1 counts, and he is going to slice one into left field. Back-to-back singles. Ty France at second, Jared Kellnick at first. Now it's O'Neal Cruz, who we're also going to swing away with. And he's going to strike out. So Cruz goes down swinging. Now it's Evan White at the dish. Swing away. 2-1 count. He's been on fire as of recently. Do your thing. As Evan White pops this one up to shallow left field, and that's going to be caught. So nothing going for the Mariners' bats in the top half of the first inning. Move things on to the bottom of the first with Deshaun Knowles at the dish, leading things off against Nathaniel Garabitos. 2-0 count to him. Garabitos on the hill, let's do this. Little dribbler over to Guillorme, and he can't make the play, as that's an infield single for Deshaun Knowles. And now they've got a speedy runner on as Joe Adell is at the dish. We are going to shift him. We're actually going to go double play depth. Double play depth, outfield, shift to the left, not the right. And I guess just pitch around him. 2-2 count. That's strike 3. Beautiful. So 1 down. Now it's Eric Webb, who we are going to double play depth and shift to the left. Pitch around him as well. He looks like he's first pitch swinging. And he clobbers this one to left field. That is way out of here as Eric Webb hits a 2-run shot, 434 feet. He has been one of their best bats this year. 45 home runs. Who is this guy? 28 years old. Yeah, I mean, he's been insane for them. And now it's the man himself, Mike Trout, who we're going to pitch around as well. 1-2 count. Here it comes. Strike 3, he goes down swinging. Next batter up is Rendon, who we're also going to just pitch to him normally. That's not good. 2-0 count, and maybe I should have pitched around him as he hits one deep to left center, and that's also gone. And it's a 3-0 lead here, 456 feet off the bat, and Garabitos is getting pounded here in this first inning. Now it's Matt Tice at the dish. 1-2 count. That's going to be a pop fly into shallow right, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So top 2 now, Dom Smith is on the hill. I don't really want to get somebody up in the pen, so I think we're going to just see what happens. So Dom Smith is up, just swing away, 0-2 count, that's not good. Not good. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to quick play until runners in scoring position when I'm hitting. So let's just see what happens here in this top half of the second. Nothing going on in the top half of the second. And then we're pitching here, we are going to, we're just going to pitch each guy. So Garabitos facing Nick Gonzalez. He is a spray hitter. Don't need to really do anything on him. Just pitch to him. Full count. That's going to be a line drive into center, and it's caught on a slide by Kellnick. Beautiful. Let's see if he can get to this bottom of the order, and then... Well, I'll get somebody up in the pen right now, like maybe Ben Tompkins. No. Pridgeon. I think we're going to get Pridgeon up in the pen. And we're just going to see if we can get through this bottom of the order here with Garabitos. As that one's going to be hit over the head of the third baseman, Cruz, and that's a base knock for David Garcia. So here's Sanchez. Let's go double play depth. And pitch to contact. See if we can pitch him into a double play. And he strikes him out. So 2 down. Now it's top of the order with Deshaun Knowles. We want to shift him to the right. And just pitch to him normally. 3-1, that's not good, but it's going to be a pop fly. Lands in shallow center field, not good. So first and second now, 2 outs. Joe Adele's at the dish. Let's do a mound visit here. Patrick Pridgeon is ready to go. And we're going to get him into the game as the new pitcher here with 2 outs to face Joe Adele. Who we are going to shift to the left. And pitch around him. So the 1-2 count from Pridgeon. Here it comes. Strike 3 goes down looking, so nobody comes in that inning. Move things on to the top of the 3rd. Let's do until runners in scoring position. Nothing going for the bats in that inning either. So now Pridgeon on the hill facing Eric Webb, who we are going to shift to the left. And pitch around. So 2-1 count. And that's also destroyed out to right center. This time right center as Webb homers again. 459 feet. And not looking good here for the Mariners. As they're down 4-0 in the 3rd and the bats are not doing anything. As we want to pitch around Trapp. Looks like we're going to walk him. And we do. So he's on first. Now it's Rendon, who we're going to go double play depth on. And pitch around him as well. And did he also just homer again? Another home run for Rendon! Jesus! Now it's 6-0 as that's a 2-run shot, 468. Alright, so not a great game there when we're trying to clinch a wild card spot as we lose 10-2 to the Angels. And now we have to play a game 163 against the Astros here. We have Logan Gilbert, who has not been great going. Not been good. Oh, he's been better in September, but he was not good at all in July and August. Really got rocked. Wasn't very good in June either. So really a down year for Logan Gilbert. And he's the man our season comes down to here. Not something you really want. And I'm actually going to send down a couple guys just to get some arms up here since we are able to utilize the extra roster. So Ding Bong Che is going to go down to AAA here. So is Patrick Pridgeon. Newsom too? Yeah, so that's 3 guys. We can bring up now 3 rested arms from AAA. Somebody like Brandon Williamson, who is already on the 40-man, is going to come up to the big leagues here. We're going to get Aquino back in the big leagues as well here for this game. And then JJ Feeler is also going to come back up to the big leagues. So here's what the bullpen looks like going into this game 163 against the Astros. Let's try to win and secure this playoff spot. Alrighty, so Logan Gilbert here going to get things started against their leadoff guy, Kingston something or other, and he's going to lead off the game here with a full count. Can we get ourselves a W? Logan Gilbert? Please, can we just go through this stuff, as this one's going to be lofted out to center field, and that is pop fly for out number 1. The 1 down. Now it's Jose Altuve at the dish, who is now an extreme pull hitter. So we want to hard shift him to the left, outfield shift to the left, and we want to pitch around Altuve. He's first pitch swinging. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball into that very shift, and it's 2 down now. So now it's Yordan Alvarez, who is also a pull hitter, but this one to the right. And we want to pitch around him as well. So 1-1 counts. That's sliced out to left field, and it is over the wall, and that is gone. So Yordan Alvarez with a solo shot here to kick things off in Seattle as the Astros have themselves a 1-0 lead. Not great. Now it's Alex Bregman. We want to hard shift to the left and pitch around him. 3-1 counts. He walks, so Alex Bregman's on first. Now it's Joey Gallo, who we want to deep shift to the right, outfield shift to the right, and pitch around him. He's going to pop one up into center field. That's going to be put away for out number 3. So 1 run comes in on the Yordan Alvarez solo shot, and now we move things on to the bottom of the first, where Victor Luna is going to take the first pitch of the game against Easton McMurray, who is 10-3 on the season with a 3.28 ERA. Looks like he's had a very good year as Luna takes the first pitch for a ball. Can we take another pitch? We can. So 2-0 count. Works at full now. As Luna grounds at the second base, it's now 1 down. Jared Kellnick, just do your thing. It's a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. As he's going to rip one into left center field, that's going to get up against the wall, and Kellnick has himself a 1-out double. Put himself in a scoring position, and that's going to bring up Evan White, who has been on fire as of recently, facing a left-handed bat. 0-1 counts, and that's not what you want. A pop-up to shallow right field. Kellnick has to hold up at second. And now it's O'Neal Cruz, the dish, who we're going to take a pitch with. And that's in there for a ball. Okay, so now it's going to be ball 2. Swing away, 2-2. And O'Neal Cruz goes down swinging. So nothing going for our bats. And now we move things on into the second inning, where Lindor's at the plate. Pitch around him. Please get him out, Gilbert. As that's going to be hit deep to left field, but it's going to be caught right at the track by Franklin as he makes the play. Now Adam Hazley is up for the Astros. He is a pull hitter. We want to get him shifted. And just pitch to this guy. He's bottom of the order guy. Just pitch to him. Strike 3 goes down swinging. Now it's Cody Schreier. We want to just shift him to the left. Pitch to him normally. 2-2 count. And he's going to ground a ball into that shift, as that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Astros bats. We're now on to the bottom of the second with Ty France at the dish. Swing away, full count. Soft dribbler down the third baseline, and that's a first out of the inning. Now it's Dominic Smith, 1-0 count. That's going to be popped up into right field, but right at the right fielder Gallo, so 2 down. Now it's Luke Hancock. And he is going to hit a slow roller out to shortstop, but he has no way to get that to a infield single, as it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Astros bats as well. Now we move things on to the top of the third, as Rafael Marchand here, their 9-hitter, is up. We're just going to pitch to him normally, 1-1 count. That's going to be a line drive down the right field line, fielded by Luna. The throw into second base is not in time, as the 9-hitter picks up a leadoff double for the Astros. And now they're to the top half of the order again. Let's just pitch around this guy. First pitch swinging, that's going to be fielded by Cruz, fired across the diamond, 1 down. So now it's Altuve at the dish. We want to go hard shift to the left on him, outfield shift to the left, and pitch around him. That gets away from Hancock, and a runner moves up to third base now. Not good. We want to go infield in shift to the left. And he goes down swinging. Beautiful. So 2 down now. Yordan Alvarez, who we want to deep shift to the right here. And pitch around him. First pitch swinging is Yordan Alvarez. And that's a line drive, but right at Luna as he makes the play, and that is another scoreless inning for Gilbert. So move things on to the bottom of the third. Christian Franklin take a pitch to lead things off. Ball 1. Take another pitch. 1-1. Swing away, full count. Christian Franklin, base knock to lead off the bottom of the third. That's what we like to see. So Franklin's on first. Now Guillorme is going to take a pitch. They're going to try to pick off. All right, that's a strike. Can we steal? Franklin does not get the jump he wants, so let's swing away now. 1-2 counts, and that's strike called 3. Or strike 3 called. Now it's Luna at the dish. Who, can we just steal right away? Does not get the jump he wants. Take another pitch. 1-1. Swing away. Luna ground ball second base, and that's not going to be a double play, though, as they're not able to throw it over to Luna at first. So, also Lindor was injured, and they took Lindor out of the game for this Gray Kessinger guy, so he's now in at shortstop. And, yeah. So now it's runner on first as Luna. Kellnick's at the plate. Just take the first pitch. Okay. Take the first pitch, can we please? Can we steal second? Does not get a good jump. But it's a 2-0 count for Kellnick here, so let's swing away. And he's going to pop one up into shallow right field. Nothing going for the Bats. So still a 1-0 lead for the Astros as we move things on to the 4th inning. As we shift Bregman to the left, and we pitch around him. So here comes the pitch. And he hits it over the top of the shift and crushes that one into the left field seats. So now it's a 2-0 lead for the Astros. Alright, so now Joey Gallo is up. 3-1 count to him. And he draws a walk. So Gallo is on first base. Now we're going to go double play depth on this guy. And pitch to contact. See if we can get him the ground into a double play here. As he, of course, gets an 0-2 count and proceeds to hit a single into left field. And just no double play for us. Instead, back-to-back singles. Now it's 2 on, nobody out. And Gilbert's got himself into some trouble here. As I think we're going to get Ben Tompkins warm in the pen. As we go double play depth again. I think. Yeah, we're going to go... no, we're going to go shift right on this guy. Outfield shift right. And just pitch to him normally. He's first pitch swinging. That's going to be 4-6-3. 4-6-3. So 2 down. Runner on third now with 2 outs. And their second baseman, who's really known for his glove here, is at the dish. So let's shift him to the left. And just pitch to him. He's first pitch swinging. That's going to be a ground ball to Guillorme. And it's a ground ball. So that's, or ground ball to Guillorme. Easy play. So 2-0 lead now for the Astros. Heading to the bottom of the 4th where Evan White's up. Take a pitch with him. That's a ball. Take another pitch. That's also a ball. Can we draw a 3-0 count? We can. Let's just tell him to swing away. 3-1. Ball 4. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So he's on first base. Now O'Neill Cruz is up. Can we draw a walk with Cruz? That's in there for a strike. Not good. Swing away. 0-2 counts. And he just goes down looking. Now Ty France is up. We're just going to swing away with him. 1-2 counts. And that's a ground ball at the shortstop. That's 6-4-3, end of the inning, and nothing going once again for the Mariners bats. Let's see if we can get Gilbert through Marchand here, and then we'll bring in Ben Tompkins to face the top of the order. As Marchand, of course, delivers with a single, the 9-hitter gets another hit to lead off an inning. And now we're going to go with Ben Tompkins to face Kingston Liniak here, their leadoff hitter. We're going to get into double play depth and just pitch around him. So 1-2 count here. Runner on first, nobody outs. Little dribbler back to the pitcher himself, and they're not going to be able to turn two, but they get the lead runner, as that was a nice turn there from Tompkins. And what just happened? What's the incomplete? Guillorme got hurt. Wonderful. Guillorme's hurt. Now we have to bring in a new shortstop. Fantastic. So, yeah, Keith Ron Moss is really the only guy who could come in and play shortstop, so Keith Ron Moss is coming in to play shortstop. Not great. All right, so the not great defensive shortstop, we have a really bad up-the-middle defensive alignment here with Guillorme going down. Not what we envisioned, but, you know, we're going to have to try to get through it here, as we're just going to shift him. Normally, he's extreme pull, and we're going to pitch around him here. So 1-1 counts, and that is clobbered to deep left center field, and that's also gone. A 2-run shot for Altuve, and now it's a 4-0 lead for the Astros, and we are once again not looking good. Now it's Yordan Alvarez, 2-2 count to him. And he goes down swinging. Now it's Alex Bregman. Pitch around him, 2-2 count. And that's going to be popped up into shallow left field, and there's an out. So now it's the end of the inning, move things on to the bottom of the fifth, and it's a 4-0 Astros lead. All right, 1-1 count to Dominic Smith here, just swing away. As he pops one up into left field, and that's going to be caught for out number 1. Full count to Luke Hancock, and he's just going to pop one up to the first baseman in foul territory. Now Christian Franklin, 0-2 count to him, and he is going to go down looking, as nothing going with the bats yet again. All right, pitch around Joey Gallo. He's just going to draw a first batter walk. He's on first base. Double play depth on this guy, and just, I guess, pitch around him. He goes down swinging. Double play depth on this guy as well. Shift him to the right in the outfield and just pitch around him too. As that's going to be lined in there for a base knock as it lands in front of Luna, and Gallo goes first to third. Nothing going. I don't need nothing going. They get so runners on the corners now with one out for the Astros. Not a good situation to be in here. We are going to pull this guy to the right and I guess pitch around him. As he plunks him, wonderful, fantastic. So bases are now juiced with one out. And now they're to the 9th hitter. We're going to bring in Jack Walker here. The lefty, who has been fantastic for us in the pen this year. So he comes in. And let's see if we can get ourselves a double play on this guy. So double play depth, pitch around him. It's a full count. Just don't walk him, please. That's going to be popped up into shallow right field. Do not test Luna's arm. And they test Luna's arm, and it works. So Gallo scores. It's now a 5-0 lead. Now it's the leadoff hitter. Full count to him. And he walks him. Beautiful. I had somebody comment the other day being like, why don't you pitch around? Because every time I pitch around, they walk people. Fucking stop backseat gaming, you little bitch. But Jersey, I like to nitpick and backseat game. Hey, how about you stop, huh? Ever thought about that? So now it's 2 down. And, I don't even know, man. Just fucking in hard shift to the left here on Altuve and just pitch around him. As that's going to be a pop-up. Finally, get out of the inning. We only have 2 hits heading into the bottom of the 6th and no runs, down 5-0. Alright, so top of the 7th, we have Wyatt Mills up in the pen here. The lefty Jack Walker is going to face Yordan Alvarez, and we're just going to pitch to him normally. So a 1-2 count. And he hits a line drive right at Luna, so that's 1 down. Now it's Bregman. He is now shifted. We're going to pitch around him. It's a 3-1 count. What do you know? Jersey, why don't you ever pitch around people? Why don't you give up 900 walks a game, Jersey? Now I'm going to pitch normally to Joey Gallo. 0-2 count here. Bam! Look at that. If I guarantee if I pitched around him, he would have walked. We would have had first and second with 1 out. But instead, it's 2 down with 1 on, and they've got their shitty shortstop coming up here, who we're also going to pitch to. And then he's just going to hit a frickin' bomb. Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful! Man, just nothing we do goes well. Just fantastic. Love to have, like, the best pitching team in the league for a decade plus now, or almost a decade. I don't know how long it's been. Who knows? Who knows how many seasons I've done? But for the entire time, just be one of the best pitching teams in the league. And then every time we go into one of these frickin' play the games thing, it's just like, oh yeah, everything just gets fucking destroyed for a 4,000-foot home run. It's awesome. Cool stuff. 1-2 count to Luna. Oh man, great. He just watched it. Sick. 1 down. Now it's Kellnick at the plate. You know, you would think you would be able to trust Kellnick to swing away, do what he does. He's going to swing at the second pitch of the AB and hit a line drive, or a ground ball right at second baseman. So now we're down to our final out here, trying to make an 11-run comeback. Evan White been on fire at the end of the season. You think you could trust him to just do what he wants. But let's see. Let's see. We'll take a first pitch here. All right, he actually held up. How about you take another pitch here? Wow, look at that. 2-0. Swing away, works at full. Oh, wow, look at that, finally! Somebody's finally taken frickin' bases here on walks as White now walks somebody. Now we got, one runner on, still down 11. Davy Cruz, or O'Neill, not Davy Cruz, O'Neill Cruz at the plate. All right, 1-1 count. O'Neill Cruz pops one up to deep left center field, and that is caught to end the ball game, and we lose 11-0. Because nobody, not one single person, showed up to play in Game 163. So the Seattle Mariners do not make the playoffs, and as if Marte and Lewis going down for long-term injuries at the end of the season here to screw us heading into the playoffs, Luis Guillorme in Game 163 breaks a bone in his elbow. He's out for 8 months. Fantastic. Guillorme just, yeah, boom, what do you know? You're on the IL for the rest of the postseason, even though we're not playing in it, because we missed the playoffs. No playoffs for us. Alrighty, so if we take a look here at how our arms did, Justin Dunn had a 4 WAR this season, Soroka had a 3.3. Dunn had a solid season, nothing to complain about there. So did Soroka, nothing to complain. Obviously, you would like a better season after he just won the Cy Young, but, you know, still solid year. This guy was pretty good since coming over in the Xander Bogaerts trade. He should be on our team next year as well. Logan Gilbert, definitely a down season. Would like to see a bounce back from him. Who else do we got here? Wyatt Mills was solid in the pen yet again. Mason Bryant was very good in the pen, as we knew. Dean was pretty solid in the pen as well. Colin Witzke came up, made 9 starts, was pretty good in those 9 starts. Garabitos was pretty good in his time in the big leagues as well, split between the bullpen and the rotation. Jack Walker had 8 games, 15 2/3 innings, was very good in those games, or in those innings. Brandon Williamson just came up here at the end, but he was not really any good for us. Ben Tompkins ended up having a better, much better end of the season, so he showed some shine here. Aquino was not good. Feeler was not good in his major league stint. We obviously know that Jacob Key was not good. That's why he ended up in AAA to end the season. LJ Newsome also was very not good for us this year. And of course, we have him signed for the next few seasons because I figured he would be very good because he's usually very good. But nope. Buy it as arbitration and then have the option for the last year, and he's not. Of course, now he stinks. And then Pridgeon was also very solid, but he was in AAA to end the year because we wanted to make room on the the bullpen for some other arms that could actually pitch, because he got burned up in the game 162. And then on the hitting side of things, Jared Kellnick carried the team once again. Absurd season for Kellnick. I mean, what else can you say about this guy? I don't like that he's fragile now, but I mean, he has had some injury problems. But this year, really not much. He missed a couple games. That was it. So very good to see there from Kellnick. He's going to continue to be He's going to continue to do his thing. Evan White, very solid bounce back year for him. 33 home runs. That's his career high. Great to see there. Ty France came over and hit very well for us, but did not play a great second base, which was to be expected. Do I bring him back through arbitration next year, or do I try to trade him, or do I even just let him walk? Who knows, because he doesn't really have a spot for us. Dylan Dingler was okay as a catcher, I guess. Not really great. Christian Franklin was pretty good to come up with us. Kind of struggled towards the back end of the season, but he was pretty good for a while. O'Neal Cruz hit a lot of home runs, but really nothing else. Did not get on base very often. Wasn't a very good defense, or he was okay as a defensive third baseman, but I mean, he just hit 36 home runs and really did nothing else. Victor Luna was not very good in the big leagues either, which is terrible to see. Dominic Smith was just flat out pathetic as the DH this season, and of course we have him for one more year at $19.2 million. And then Marte was having a very good season as well before he went down with a broken kneecap, so of course that happened to us. Kyle Lewis was having a pretty solid season as well, but he went down with the fractured cheekbone in the last year of his Mariners career, because he will be getting let walk, because I doubt that... It says that he's compensation eligible, but he is not. He's a free agent at the end of this season, and we'll probably just be letting him walk, because I really doubt he's gonna. If I offer him a qualifying offer, he'll probably accept it. And if we take a look around the league here at the hitting leaders, Juan Soto led the average. Toronto, did Toronto make the playoffs with those guys? No, Toronto wasn't even a playoff team, and they had basically the two best bats in the big leagues in Soto and Guerrero. Mike Trout at 56 home runs, just absurd. Kellnick was actually 6th in OBP, that's good to see. Slugging, Bellinger, Soto, Bellinger, Nick Pratto, who's apparently now on the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm not sure how he got there, but he's with the Brewers now. Kellnick actually had the second best WAR. That's actually the best WAR in the American League. So is Kellnick going to win MVP? Is Kellnick going to win MVP, and we're not even going to be in the playoffs with the MVP? That'd be, oh man, real Mike Trout vibes there. Vladdy leads the league in hits. Evan White had the 5th most runs scored. That's good to see. Freddie Freeman, 37-year-old Freddie Freeman, had the most doubles. Yeah, and then just Kellnick had the 6th best OPS plus. Best of all, well, besides Soto, he had the highest WAR, and he had the 2nd best OPS plus in American League hitters, and then he was 5th in weighted on OBA. And he was also 2nd in win probability added. And now if we take a look at the pitching side of things, the 6th best ERA this year was Justin Dunn. Wyatt Mills had the 6th most saves at 34 on the season. The highest WAR was once again Sandy Alcantara, who was last year's National League Cy Young winner. Strikeout guy was Valente Beloso from the Astros, led the league in strikeouts, followed by Nate Pearson, who's apparently on the Phillies. Soroka had the 3rd highest strikeouts per walk ratio. Also had the best walks per 9 ratio, so that's great to see from Soroka. Justin Dunn had the 5th best ERA plus, only topped by Del Rosario here from the Jacksonville Herons. Christian Little, Sam Stoutenborough, and Lucas Giolito. And then Dunn also had the 4th best opponent's batting average, which was also great, and then the 6th best BABIP. And then Aniel De Los Santos here had the 4th most holds. So, I mean, he's a guy who ideally is probably a starter, but he had a very, very good season as a reliever this year, split between us and Philadelphia. All right, not a great season score for us, as to be expected. We are going to be doing the offseason in the next episode, but let's just take a quick look at how the playoffs ended up. So here it is. Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers as they win in 7 games over the St. Louis Cardinals to become the 2026 World Series champs. They just ran through everybody. The Tampa Bay Rays took out the Astros in the wildcard game. Tigers swept them. Tigers swept the Red Sox, who took out the Angels, and then the Tigers took out the Cardinals in 7 games, who gave them their obviously toughest challenge. But they do get the win nonetheless, as the Cardinals, their road, they took out They took out the Dodgers in the NLDS, who then took out the Braves in the NLDS, who the Braves took out the Brewers, who were the wild card team. So the Cardinals move on to the World Series, but they lose to the Tigers, and that is your 2026 playoffs this year. And we're going to be doing the offseason in the next episode.